So week 4 in the Premier League is done and dusted. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to me, Edson. I hope you're well. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for future videos. So week 4, English Premier League, done. Results are in, and going by my predictions, I kind of got around about 65-70% right. Not necessarily on the scores, but on the results. Some I got completely wrong. So let's just get into it straight away. The first match of the day on Saturday was Southampton at home to Manchester United. I thought it was going to be a lot closer than it was. I thought there was probably going to be a 1-1 draw. Possibly Man United come away with a tight 2-1 away victory, but it was nothing like that at all. Really, Manchester United just kind of dominated for most of the game. And, the 2 goals in the first half and the third in the second. And, Southampton just look poor. And Russell Martin, Southampton manager, I'm afraid, the tactics weren't great either. But he's going to be under increasing pressure, not only from his fans, but also from the board, I'm sure. And it really depends, as I said, in who's going to get sacked first this season. These are the managers who are going to come under increasing pressure. So Russell Martin at Southampton. Not a great day for Southampton fans, of course, and Manchester United. Look, if you're a Man United fan, does this kind of paper over the cracks now? Is this the band-aid that you needed, or is it still not all sunshine and roses for you guys? Let us know in the comments below. But Manchester United come away with a win that pushes them up the table to 10th with 6 points now. So they've reclaimed a little bit, but as I say, it hasn't been a great start for Eric Ten Hag and Manchester United, but this will go a long way to appeasing a lot of people. Now, another game I got completely wrong because I thought Brighton Hove Albion against Ipswich Town would be a more of a Brighton win. I couldn't really see them losing, but fair play to Ipswich Town. They came out there, they gave it a good go. Brighton had their chances, Ipswich Town, they both had chances, but it was a tight affair overall, and look, it was a 0-0 draw. What can I say? I got that one completely wrong. I thought it was going to be a Brighton home win, a quite convincing win, but hey, what can I say? At least they both came away with a point. So both sets of fans have got to be pretty happy with that. But if you're a Brighton fan, I would say you were leaning towards a win on that game. Now, Crystal Palace against Leicester City, again, a 2-2 draw here. I thought it would be a draw, but I didn't think it would be a high-scoring draw. A pretty decent game there for Crystal Palace and Leicester City there. Again, both sets of fans, I think, would be kind of relieved you came away with a draw there. But Leicester City not doing too bad this season, and Crystal Palace sort of finding their feet as well. So a fair result for both teams, I would say. And considering Leicester in 15th position and Crystal Palace in 16th position, it kind of reflects where they're at this stage of the season. Now, the next game, again, I got completely wrong, really. It was Fulham against West Ham United. Well, I was almost correct in that I thought it was going to be a 1-0 win to Fulham. And in the very last minute, Danny Ings for West Ham just got an equalising goal. But it wasn't looking good for West Ham in this game as well. I was hopeful, of course, for a cheeky away win. But, the form hasn't been great. And, West Ham are still not firing all cylinders, especially with the players they got. The midfield isn't really clicking. It's not dynamic enough, certainly up front as well. So a lot of work to be done for Lopetegui for West Ham. Fulham, I thought, really you could say that they deserved the win. It was only that last-minute winner from Danny Ings, or that last-minute equaliser, I should say, that saved the embarrassment, really. But that now leaves Fulham in 12th and West Ham in 14th. Now, the surprise of the day, Liverpool at home to Nottingham Forest. I thought it was going to be an easy win for Liverpool. 3-1 I was predicting. I didn't say it in the video. Actually, I had to put a note afterwards on the channel, or a post on the channel, to say it was going to be a 3-1. How wrong was I? But I did say that Nottingham Forest would come to play. They would like to play on the front foot as well. And fair play, they did just exactly that. A 1-0 away win for Nottingham Forest. A great result for them. This is the first time in many a year that they've actually gone to Anfield and won. So congratulations to them. And look, is this the reality of a Liverpool season? You can have some great wins, but you might trip over every now and again. So these are things to work out for Arne Slot, of course. He's a tactics. He's got to overcome opposition that are going to bring a game to them as well. But Liverpool, now they're sitting in fourth on 9 points. That's 3 points lost, where they could have been level pegging with Man City, who are sitting top of the tree. 4 wins out of 4 games. It's just one of those things, isn't it? They've lost 3 points now, and they've slipped up, really. Let's face it, they've slipped up. However, Nottingham Forest have gone from strength to strength. They're now in 7th position with 8 points. So well done, Forest. Well done indeed. Now Man City were at home to Brentford. Brentford with a very early goal, and then Man City eventually coming away with a 2-1 win. I was predicting a Haaland hat-trick. He got 2. He could have had 3 or 4, actually. So I was almost right with there as well. But at least the result I predicted was right. But Brentford gave Man City a really good game there as well. So this is good news for Brentford fans, in terms of their projection for the season. If they can do this to Man City, they just need to convert these losses or almost draws to draws and wins, of course, against the bigger teams. But let's see how that goes. But Man City, of course, they're just the machine that just keep on winning, aren't they? And Haaland, another 2 goals. I mean, he's just the goal machine. But they are the team to beat. Let's face it, they are the team to beat. So Man City now sitting right at the top of the tree, 4 wins out of 4. And Brentford now in 9th position with 6 points. Now, the 2 evening games, I predicted these right, not on scoreline, but I predicted these right. Aston Villa at home to Everton. Everton, again, 2-0 up, and they lost 3-2 to Aston Villa. Sean Dyche really under serious pressure here, but at least they're scoring goals. At least they're giving it a go. That's certainly the last 2 games. So that's got to be some kind of comfort, albeit, you're not getting the results. But that's 4 losses out of 4 for Sean Dyche and Everton. Everton fans, let us know what you think of that. But Aston Villa just going from strength to strength, of course, under Unai Emery. They are a team. They are a team. They just don't give up. They will score. And a good outfit this season, as they were last season as well. So Aston Villa now sitting in 5th position with 9 points, and obviously Everton at the bottom of the table with 0 points. And the evening game on Saturday night was Bournemouth at home to Chelsea. Chelsea coming away with a 1-0 win, as I predicted, really. I thought possibly that Bournemouth might get a goal in this, and maybe Chelsea might get a couple of extra goals. I thought it would be a more of a wider scoreline than it was. But look, a win's a win. Chelsea fans, you've got to feel happy about that, and perhaps not in the way that you're playing at times, but certainly in the result. The result is all important here. And Maresca seems to have got a tune out of the Chelsea players now. So fair play to him and fair play to Chelsea. They're coming away with the wins. Well, what else can you say? So Chelsea now sitting in 8th position on 7 points, and Bournemouth now in 11th position with 5 points. Okay, now to the Sunday fixtures. Wolverhampton Wanderers against... that was a game where I believe I said that it was going to be a tight game. I think I'm pretty sure I said it was going to be a Wolves home win. Whilst the form would favour Newcastle, I kind of thought it would go the other way. That's egg on my face. But well done, Newcastle United, come away with a 2-1 win. You've got to be feeling great about the season so far. You've got to be feeling great about the players that are playing and how Eddie Howe is getting them to play with the tactics he's employing so far. If you're a Wolves fan, probably starting to get a little bit worried now under Gary O'Neill. As I said, similar to Southampton with Russell Martin. As I said in my managerial sacking predictions video, Russell Martin, I said, is going to be an increasing pressure, and also Gary O'Neill if they don't get the results. And now we're 4 games in, Southampton without a point, and Wolves only with a solitary point. So already we're starting to see Wolves, Southampton and Everton starting to get in trouble at the foot of the table. So they really got to turn this around already. But I thought Wolves would come away with a home win, home advantage. But Newcastle, no, they did great stuff there. So Newcastle now in 3rd position on 10 points. Great stuff. And Wolves 3rd from bottom with only 1 point. But the biggest game of the weekend, of course, was Tottenham at home to Arsenal on Sunday afternoon. And a bit of a dull affair, really. I thought it wasn't a great game to watch. Arsenal were sound, were defensively good. Tottenham didn't really look like they had a bit of a clue going forward as well. So it wasn't anything to get the juices flowing, as it were, in terms of entertaining football. However, it's quite intriguing from a tactics point of view, but also we see the deficiencies on Tottenham's side and the advantages on the Arsenal side. I just think collectively Arsenal got better players in their team over Spurs, and it kind of showed. Even though they were missing a couple of players, Odegaard and Rice, of course, through suspension and injury. Of course, the overall they were a better outfit, and Gabriel with that header from the corner. Yeah, you get a lot of criticism against the Spurs goalkeeper for not coming to collect that as well. But Ange Postecoglou is under pressure. He's under pressure from his own fans. He's under pressure from football pundits and other fans as well, who can see that they started great last season under Ange Postecoglou, and that hasn't really continued on. And now they're kind of starting to see, well, there's lots of deficiencies in the way they're playing as well. But now Arsenal, with that victory, are sitting in second position on 10 points behind Manchester City, of course. And Spurs are 13th on 4 points as well. So a mid-table mediocrity as well. So not a great start already. I know we're only 4 games in. I know there's a lot to go, but you can start to see patterns developing already, and you start taking form, and you take the likes of Man City just trying to run away with it. You take the likes of Liverpool, where they've suddenly dropped points. You take the likes of Arsenal, who dropped points but who have regained their composure, as it were. Then you take the likes of the bottom 3, who are just, you can't even buy a point, you can't even buy a goal in some cases. Well, Everton can buy goals, but they're not getting the result. Then all of a sudden you're starting to see patterns and results, and this affects momentum. As I said, player psychology, fan psychology, but the club as a whole as well. So you can already start to see it even only after 4 games, and it'd be very interesting to see over the next few games what's going to happen as well. But that's a roundup of the results from week 4 of the English Premier League. I got 70% right, I would say, but most of the results were off the mark. But let us know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think your team is doing so far, how they've started? If you're a Newcastle fan, I would say you're very happy. If you're an Everton fan, I would say you are not happy at all. Tissues for those tears, I'd say. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos, and I will catch you again on another video coming very soon. Bye now.